It was a quiet evening in the small town of Hollow Creek. The rain had just begun to fall, tapping gently on the rooftops. To most, it was comforting, the sound of water washing the world clean. But to Daniel, it was the sound of warning. For weeks, he had noticed something strange whenever the rain came. He could hear voices. Not loud, not clear, just faint whispers carried with the raindrops. At first, he thought it was his imagination, or maybe just the wind. But soon, the whispers began to form words. "Come outside, we are waiting." Daniel tried to ignore it. He locked his windows, pulled his blanket over his head, and told himself it was nothing. But the more he ignored the voices, the louder they became. One stormy night, unable to resist, he stepped out onto his porch. The street was empty, but the rain seemed alive. Each drop that touched the ground echoed with whispers. He looked down and saw the puddles rippling not just from the rain, but from shapes beneath the water. Pale hands, reaching upward, clawing at the surface. Terrified, Daniel ran back inside, but the whispers followed him. The walls began to drip with water, forming streams that ran across the floor. From those streams came faces, distorted, twisted, screaming silently. He grabbed his phone to call for help, but the screen flickered and died. The lights went out. All he could hear was the endless whisper of the rain. Then, a knock at the door. Slow, heavy, deliberate. Daniel froze. He hadn't invited anyone. He didn't dare move, but the knocking grew louder until finally cracked. The door burst open. Standing there was a figure, soaked from head to toe, water pouring from its eyes like tears. It spoke in a voice that was not human, a chorus of many voices layered together. "You heard us. Now, you belong to us." The figure stepped closer. Daniel stumbled backward, slipping on the wet floor. As he looked up, he realized the figure had no face, just an endless, gaping mouth filled with dark water. The last thing Daniel heard before the rain swallowed him whole was the whisper, "Another one for the storm." The next morning, the rain had stopped. The sun shone over Hollow Creek, and Daniel's house was quiet. But in the largest puddle on the street, if you listened closely, you could hear his voice, whispering with the others.